What up, guys? Tough Thumbs here. Gonna make a real sick video for you real quick. This is one for the history books. I'm just real excited about these. Sorry, that's my pack rat. I love this knife. I use it every damn day. As you can see, the edge is pretty terrible. But also use this Sanray Mute. Check that out. I just messed with this stainless steel scales there. Just had some fun with it on the belt sander to see what would happen. Thought I'd just share that with you. So what you see here in the background is some scales for some knives, but I'll get that in a second. It was a good day today. I got a phone call from Gavkoo, just out of nowhere. We've been talking a lot, just about his new, like, I forget, wing dashies. I don't know. I always forget what they're called. But those little neck knives he's got, you know, and he made me a few sheaths, and you know, he called me up and we just got to talking about knives, and you know how that goes. It lasts for hours. So great dude. If you guys don't know who he is, check his channel out. Gavkoo. Awesome videos. He's a good sheath maker, really good sheath maker. He customizes knives and makes some knives, and just all around a great dude, full of a lot of useful information and just great videos. So, getting to the pimpage. So first up, a knife that I'm pretty sad that is done because I really liked having it around. I just really liked fondling this knife. It's a really cool knife, and it's the Stryder RCC. You see some G10 blah scales, just very plain scales. You know, it takes some milling in these bitches. As you can see, I left the liner out on one side, and I'll talk about that in a second. So here it is. You got the nice reground blade with the skull lanyard, or the skull thumb stud, which is freaking sweet, and carbon fiber all around this bitch, looking really sexy. And it's got a pattern I haven't done before. It's just basically like lines, and it's you know, they're evenly spaced and just smoothed around the edges. But he wanted something with a lot of traction. There's definitely a lot of traction here. I mean, they're pretty deep. I got titanium backspacer here. I might have to do something like this on the backspacer. I forget whether he wanted that or not. We were discussing it, but didn't really come to a conclusion. So yeah, I replaced the non-locking side with just the piece of carbon fiber, and I think that is the fix for this knife. If anybody has this knife and has any blade play, because I got it, blade play up and down, left and right. The lock was pretty far over, just all around flimsy, you know, like your basic Stryder. But now the lockup is early and not too tight or anything like that. There is zero blade play. This thing is a rock. Like, I've never felt a Stryder this solid before. Not tooting my own horn, but it was an accidental fix. I mean, I was expecting it to just kind of be the way it was and hopefully improve on it. But you know, it actually turned out a hell of a lot nicer. But I absolutely dig this knife, especially that little thumb stud there. That is so cool. But this is a really cool knife, and I'm really proud of the way this looks. Wasn't sure, you know, I've never done this knife before, and you know, it's like a paramilitary. It's got a lot of milling and everything in it, but without the liner, it feels rock solid. No weight loss, pretty much. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, the thing was a little bit too light, I think, for a knife this big. I sometimes don't like that, but it feels a little bit heavier. Maybe it's just more solid. But it just looks real good. It's flawless. There's not a single problem with this thing. It's just really sexy. Love it. You know, guys, carbon fiber, it's nice out right now. I don't mind it at all. So you need carbon fiber, I'm your guy. I just had to make a note to myself. When it's 100 degrees, you know, wear long sleeves and don't rub it into your arm by accident. So I got no problem with doing carbon fiber right now, guys. I've learned my lessons, but this is just, you know, it's just too sick to exclude carbon fiber. You know, it's just too much fun to the looks of it and everything. So that's the Stryder. And now, a request from most of the people that have made a contest entry video. You guys still enter. It's probably gonna go till like mid-September, just so I can get some people in there. I want this to be pretty big, hopefully. But I had a layout of my buddy Chosen, Mike's knives, and I said, which one would you guys want to see next? And pretty much most people, I'd say 95% of people said the Civilian. And the Civilian is unlike anything you have ever seen, and I am damn proud of it, and it's just ridiculous. So, you got your sexy Civilian weird blade, made for not doing anything except killing things. And my concept behind this one was I figured it's not going to be a knife that's carried often, so I used a G10 that I don't usually use because of, with heavy use it gets very dirty. So what you see here is a white G10, but somebody spilled some carbon fiber on it. Bam. Yeah. Sorry, I'm listening to MF Doom. Gets a little weird. So we got, you know, regular carbon fiber on the back. Did I say G10? I meant carbon fiber. Just kind of melting down into the white G10, and you got just the line pattern. No other one coming the other direction. On the other side, there's a bit more on the top, like someone splattered some right here, and you got it down the side here. But it's nice and smoothed out. It's I would have wanted to go with something a little bit thicker, but it ended up being the same thickness as the original scales, maybe a little bit thicker. So, but they definitely get a little bit of padding back here with that carbon fiber. But this is the first time I'm actually really handling this thing. Because it just, I try to stay away from the white G10 unless my hands are really clean. But this thing, it just turned out really crazy. And thanks to, I forget who it was, but somebody gave me the idea. Just tell me if you're the guy, kind of have like stuff like melting down the sides of it. And I was just like, you know what, that's gonna be awesome for the Civilian, because it kind of has that, you know, matches the blade a bit with the jagged serrations all over the place. And you know, it's a classy looking folder now. I mean, I think people would be more curious about what the hell instead of the blade. They'd probably be like, what's up with that, what's going on with your handle there, you know? So that's a little less threatening looking too. But this is Mike's. I went all out because I know he was a little sad the other day, don't know why, but you know, I hope this cheers you up, buddy. Still gotta clean this a little bit better, you know. I cleaned it up as much as I could for the video, but you know, I gotta mix up some bleach with some other cleaners and, you know, make sure I get that white back to a nice. There's some areas where there's a bit of the carbon fiber. Like if you were to pick the worst possible thing to combine with white G10, it would be carbon fiber, because carbon fiber makes like some fine dust that basically like charcoal. So you can imagine like how dirty these things got. They pretty much look gray, like dark gray. But the process was interesting. I've never done it before. I had the thick scales, and I sanded them on an angle, put the piece of carbon fiber right here, glued it on, epoxied it, and then proceeded to shape everything. And it's funny because I made these scales for the Civilian, the white ones, first. You know, everything had to fit, basically a finished product without any design on it. It took me 15 minutes. I don't know how that happened, but I basically did a Civilian with scales in 15 minutes, which is crazy. I don't know if I was just so excited about moving on to the next step that it was just real easy, or just a, you know, easy shape handle, you know. see that carbon fiber just looks sexy. But I gotta let you guys linger on this one for a little bit. It's just something pooped out of my head. So these two knives, they're just in love with these, especially this one. If anybody's got one of these for sale, I think I might feel like something's missing when this is gone. Sorry, some real knife porn right here. Yeah, got it all over the back of the civilian. Alright guys, have a good one. Thanks for watching.